to your motivation, your work ethic, or your ambition. What if you're just playing the game without knowing the rules? There's a code that separates the truly unstoppable from the ordinary. This isn't about hype. It's a framework built on deep psychology and powerful daily actions. And today, I'm revealing all 10 pieces of that code. Ever feel like you're running in place? You start a new goal, a new diet, a new project. You're fired up and ready to go. But then, a few weeks later, sometimes just a few days later, the flame is gone and you're right back at square one. It's a miserable cycle. But what if the problem isn't? Becoming unstoppable has nothing to do with talent, luck, or where you came from. It's a mindset that you build, brick by brick, with purpose and discipline. It's about figuring out what drives you and then turning that into real, tangible momentum. The people you admire are the ones who smash through every obstacle. They aren't superhuman. They just live by a certain code. They have a set of principles that guide their thoughts and actions. And by the end of this video, that code will be yours. You'll have the 10 principles you need to build a life of relentless forward motion. Let's get into it. Your entire life is built on the foundation of your beliefs. If that foundation is cracked with self-doubt, the whole thing is unstable. Limiting beliefs are those nasty stories you tell yourself. I'm not good enough. I don't have the experience. Or, that could never be me. These beliefs, often formed when we're young, can operate subconsciously and quietly influence most of our decisions. To be unstoppable, you have to become the architect of your own mind. You must find those faulty blueprints and rewrite them. This isn't just thinking positive. It's about actively rewiring your thinking for success to build rock-solid confidence and resilience. Grab a piece of paper. Write down one negative thought that keeps showing up. Now challenge it. Write down 3 pieces of evidence from your life, no matter how small, that prove that belief is a lie. Finally, write down a new, empowering belief to take its place. Picture a stonecutter hammering a huge rock. They might strike it 100 times without a single crack appearing, but on the 101st strike, it splits in 2. It wasn't the last hit that did the work. It was all the hits that came before it. This is how unstoppable momentum is built. So many of us fall for the intensity trap. We go all out for a week, then burn out and quit. But true mental toughness is forged in the steady, daily repetition of small, doable actions. These consistent steps build the discipline and momentum you need to take on huge challenges with calm, steady confidence. Pick one ridiculously small action that moves you toward your goal. Just one. 5 push-ups, 1 paragraph, 2 minutes of meditation. Do it every single day for the next week. The point isn't the result, it's building the muscle of consistency. Think of your mind as a fortress. Every day, it's under siege from distractions, negative people, and your own impulsive feelings. To be unstoppable, you must be the guardian of that fortress. Emotional self-control isn't about bottling things up. It's about creating a tiny space between a feeling and your reaction to it. It's the superpower of being able to pause, breathe, and choose your response instead of being hijacked by anger, fear, or a craving for instant gratification. Protecting your inner peace is a daily job. It's about saying no to things that drain you and choosing to respond to life, not just react to it. This is the ultimate form of strength. For the next 24 hours, practice the pause. Anytime you feel a strong negative emotion, frustration, or anxiety, just stop. Take one deep breath before you say or do anything. That 1 second is where you'll find your power. Most people are just floating through life, letting the currents of circumstance push them around. Unstoppable people are different. They have a North Star, a clear, bold, and exciting vision for their life that guides every single decision. Your vision should be so big, it scares you a little, but excites you a lot. This purpose is what pulls you out of bed when motivation is nowhere to be found. It becomes the filter for everything you do, making sure your daily actions line up with your ultimate destination. Spend 15 minutes writing, in the present tense, about your ideal life 1 year from now. What does it look like? Health, career, relationships. Get specific. Feel what it would feel like to be there. That feeling? That's your North Star. A great coach would never run a team without daily check-ins, so why would you try to run your own life that way? Unstoppable people treat themselves like a high-performance team, and they hold a daily huddle through self-reflection. This is your non-negotiable time to get quiet and check in with yourself. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or just a quiet review of your day, this practice gives you clarity and balance. It's your chance to see what worked, what didn't, and what you learned. Without reflection, you're just guessing. With it, growth is guaranteed. Before bed tonight, it takes 5 minutes. Ask yourself 2 questions. What went well today? And what did I learn today? We're halfway through. If you're feeling a shift and are serious about using these ideas in your own life, take a second to hit that subscribe button. Think of it as a small, consistent action that tells you you're committed to becoming unstoppable. For too long, you might have been acting like a background character in your own movie, waiting for someone to permit you to step into the spotlight. That stops now. Unstoppable people operate with what some call main character energy. This isn't about being arrogant. It's about being the unapologetic hero of your own story. It's about focusing on your own path with so much conviction that it radiates natural confidence. You access this by permitting yourself to take the lead. Today, make one decision, big or small, based purely on what you want, not what you think you should do. Order the food you're craving. Say no to that thing you don't have the energy for. This small act reinforces that you are the protagonist of your life. Many of us live life playing finite games with a clear winner and loser like a football match. They tie their self-worth to a specific outcome: getting the job, closing the deal, hitting a number on the scale. But this just creates a constant fear of failure. Unstoppable people play an infinite game. As defined by philosopher James P. Cass, the goal of an infinite game isn't to win, but to keep playing and become a better player. They focus on their own growth and what they can learn from setbacks. When you stop tying your identity to external wins, failure loses its sting. Every loss just becomes a lesson that makes you a more resilient and adaptable player. The next time you face a setback, immediately ask, "What's the lesson here?" and "How can this make me better?" Frame it as training, not a loss. The ancient alchemists wanted to turn lead into gold. Unstoppable people do the same thing, but with their mindset, they turn obstacles into opportunities. It's the art of the reframe. Where most people see a problem, they see a training ground. A simple but powerful way to do this comes from the work of psychologist Carol Dweck. Use the power of yet. That voice of doubt says, "I can't do this." The alchemist adds one simple word, "I can't do this yet." This tiny shift transforms a dead end into a road forward, building grit and perseverance. You don't control what happens to you, but you have absolute power over what you make it mean. For one day, anytime you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," consciously add the word yet to the end. Feel the perspective shift from a wall to a path. You can have the most brilliant mindset on the planet, but ideas without action are just delusions. The ninth principle is simple but non-negotiable. You must act every single day. A body in motion stays in motion. This is as true for your life as it is for physics. Unstoppable momentum isn't born from thinking, planning, or strategizing alone. It is born from doing. Commit to daily actions that are directly tied to your North Star. This commitment creates an effect that generates a wave of progress that grows stronger over time. Look at your vision. What is the single most important thing you can do right now to move toward it? Do it. Not later, not tomorrow. Do it now, even if it's not perfect. You can't become unstoppable in a toxic environment. The people you hang out with, the content you consume, and the conversations you have all shape you. You've heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with." If your circle is full of negativity, doubt, and complacency, you'll be trying to swim against a powerful current. Unstoppable people are ruthless about curating their environment. They actively seek out mentors, friends, and communities that foster growth, offer support, and radiate positive energy. This isn't a luxury, it's a requirement. Think of one person who consistently lifts you and makes you want to be better. Reach out to them this week and schedule a call or a meeting over coffee. Intentionally increase your exposure to their positive influence. The law of the inner citadel, of the North Star, the daily huddle. Main character, infinite game, the alchemist, the law of forward momentum, and the law of the inner circle. This framework is always in effect, whether you pay attention to it or not. The difference between a life of frustration and a life of unstoppable momentum is living in alignment with these ideas. You don't need more motivation. You need a better operating system. You don't need more luck. You need to live with intention. The person you want to become isn't waiting for you in the distant future. They are being forged in the small, disciplined choices you make today. Your journey starts now, with one decision. Which of these 10 laws are you going to put into action first? Drop it in the comments below. Sharing your commitment is the first step to making it real.